We start, though, in the capital, and the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission has this morning received 4.4 million signatures from the BBI Secretariat and set off to verify them. The chairperson, Wafula Chebukati, now says they will also seek for funds from the National Treasury to proceed with the process, as the Commission also readies for the referendum. Well, NTV senior political affairs reporter Kennedy Moredi is following up the story and brings us the latest. Kennedy, what can you tell us?
Well, Smith, a few minutes from now, the Secretariat led by the co-chairs, that is Junet Mohammed and Dennis Waweru, have just left from the IEBC offices at the 21st floor of the anniversary towers, and this is after following all the laid down procedures that they were supposed to follow in trying to bring in the signatures that they have been collecting for the last 2 weeks. Just a few minutes ago, we saw some of the youth that had come with the BBI Secretariat take up the books and the containers or the boxes that contain the signatures from the different counties that they have been able to collect, and all of them are now in the custody of the IEBC. It is a process that started at around 11 o'clock this morning when they were marched from the BBI Secretariat along that is just next to State House, and they came all the way, and at that particular time they were able also to speak on some certain matters, and that is including what they were being told by, they were also told by Wafula Chebukati, who was at hand to receive the signatures. And what we were able to realize from what Chebukati was saying is that he is not going to start this process until he receives an allocation from the Treasury. He says that this is just one of the steps that have been made to bring in these signatures, but they do not have the funds to take it to the next stage. We've also been able to speak to the co-chairs who are saying that yes, they've been able to bring the signatures, but what will happen is not what is part of them as of now, as they will be waiting to hear from the IEBC on what the next step is going to be. So as of now, Wafula Chebukati says that they do not have the funds to drive the next agenda, and they will be waiting for Treasury. Some of the people here are even telling us that there is a probability that the Treasury has already set aside some money for this particular exercise, but it is something that we can only wait to see, Smith, as we also do know that most of the critical people that are needed in trying to set aside money for this particular budget, for this particular exercise, are already supporting the BBI as is. The chairperson of the Budget and Appropriation Committee of the National Assembly, that is Kieni MP Kanini Kega, is part and parcel of this team and has actually even been speaking. I remember there's a time we did a story of him saying that they are just waiting to be told that it is time for you to set aside money for this BBI, and they are going to set aside that money. So the verification of signatures is the next step. We do not know how long it is going to take. According to Wafula Chebukati, as soon as they receive that money, that is when they are going to start that process. As he says, there is a team, there is a referendum team in place that has already been set up, and that is the next stage, and it will become the battlefront. Smith, remember, there have been voices saying that they would really appreciate if the brakes were put on the BBI process, as money that is available is set aside to fight the ravaging coronavirus pandemic in the country. So most Kenyans will be looking to see how much money will be given to this particular exercise of BBI, and how much money, in the event that a supplementary budget is brought in Parliament, is going to be put in for the purchase of PPEs and everything else that pertains to doctors and the medics. So this is a question that is just unraveling at this particular point, Smriti, and we'll be very keen to see. Another thing that Chebukati has also been able to say is that they will be giving a periodic update of what they have been able to do on what they will also be doing. So what we'll be expecting, and what he's also been able to say, is that in the next update that they will be giving, they will be telling Kenyans how much money they will be needing for this particular exercise. In previous press conferences and also notices and also press releases that Chebukati has given, they have tagged the figure for organizing this particular exercise at about 14 billion shillings. Will they be coming down? Will they be going up? As he says, they have to follow the laid down down COVID-19 protocols? These are just some of the questions that we'll be waiting to hear from Chebukati. According to the BBI Secretariat, they would really wish that this exercise takes about a week or less. But right now, we can only wait to see. Back to you, Smith, in studio.
All right, not Kevin. Thanks very much. Kennedy Muredi joining us live there. It is all about the money, and right now they say they just don't have enough. So yes, we will wait and see.